What's up, Sportscast? Welcome to the Sports and Stuff Show, the Kings of Sports. I'm Adam.
And I'm Carter.
And let's get right into it. We don't have a weekly updates in our agenda or thing, so we're just gonna free speak this thing. Oh yeah, No, we don't even have the agenda segment either. You'll know.
We got them on the side here.
Oh, we do. Oh,
yeah.
we got.
Well,
I feel like you set it up way better than
I'll
I
read
normally do.
So, on the agenda, we got Boise State athletics. We got just a little bit of general college basketball. MLB, you'll take the lead on that. We're going to do part 2 of the zoomed-in photo.
I think it's 3.
Maybe 3.
3. I think
2
it's
or 3. A little bit of NBA news, a little bit of NFL news, and that's all we got for today.
Oh yeah. As for weekly updates, we have we're in a new setup as last week. Last week was kind of sketchy, not gonna lie.
A little bit.
We didn't know what to do. Like, we just recorded in the library, but we got this like super tiny room. And I think the other rooms, I did book them out, but I think people were in there, which would have made it nicer. Because I think people just randomly walked into the library and was like, "Oh, free room" or whatever. So that kind of sucked. But I mean, it was whatever. But now we're back in here. We might do some more shifting. We talked about having more, like, we have this couch over here. We talked about sitting on there as well. Also, we're going to be rolling out, we keep on saying this, rolling out YouTube. The last 2 episodes, we didn't have video, so, or whatever. We didn't have video, so we're going to be doing more on video again and from this point forward. And yeah, I think that's all. Don't want to do card before the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We also forgot about the cards for the last couple
episodes.
What's
the forfeit, though?
I don't know. We'll just look stupid, and then I'll buy a shock pen next time.
You got basketball.
You also got basketball.
Okay.
Ooh, and we're going into basketball segment. All right. Do you want to go first or want me?
Go ahead.
Okay. Which unorthodox free throw style did Rick Barry make famous during his NBA career? Do you know it?
I don't know how they're going to phrase it, but I know it, so read the options.
On one leg, closed eyes, one-handed or underhanded?
Underhand.
Dang it. That was the first option on there. And
he was a good free throw shooter, too.
I was like, he probably knows it. So I was like, I'll read it in a different order to hopefully throw him off.
Okay, let's see here. These are kind of tough.
Oh, no.
You don't know much basketball, do you?
Nope.
Okay, this one isn't tough. Which coach led his teams, plural, to 11 NBA Finals championships, more than any other head coach? Red Auerbach, Pat Riley, Phil Jackson, or Greg Popovich?
Greg Popovich?
No.
Dang it! That was the only name I knew.
He has 5. It's Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson? Was he Bulls?
Bulls and Lakers.
Oh.
And Nick?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was the Bulls coach, but I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, he was there he got Jordan and Kobe.
Yeah. Well, that makes it way easier to win too.
Well, yeah, but I mean, 11 rings, like, you got to give him a little bit of credit.
I mean, you got to give him credit for that.
Pat Riley is he's with the Heat, and Red Auerbach was an old Celtics coach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure this was Red Auerbach. He traded, Bill Russell.
Yeah.
Like, widely believed to be one of the legendary centers in NBA history. He traded like an ice show, like it's like an ice dancing show or whatever. He traded that to a team for the pick to draft Bill Russell.
An ice dancing show, like the ownership to the show?
Yeah, or something like that. I don't know, but the NBA was weird back then.
It's so weird. Well, I heard there's this one thing where whoever bought the rights to showing the league or something, or there was like an argument dispute when the NBA just started up, where they ended up settling on this one family getting 1 cent per view per show, or like something like that. Like, they weren't making much money at the beginning, but since the NBA got so much popular, that little tiny deal got huge or something. I don't know. I don't have any research on me, but I just remember talking about that.
Okay, here it is. Yeah, they got Bill Russell. Red Auerbach traded for the 7th overall pick, which turned to be Bill Russell, and he traded away the Ice Capades. Yeah, I mean,
that's what they do for Aaron Rodgers. We'll trade
absolute swindle.
We'll trade you the whole team for Aaron Rodgers. We'll trade you the whole Seahawks. No, we'll trade you the whole Seahawks franchise for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but it was like completely unrelated to basketball.
That's so weird. Yeah, we'll be like,
we'll trade you a Sounders player for Aaron Rodgers.
We'll trade you a box of bubble gum. We'll give you a Corvette as well. You'll give us our house and
exactly. Yeah.
So
weird. A little fun fact there. Bill Russell, absolute swindling.
Oh yes.
Okay. Into Boise State athletics.
Yeah.
So, men's basketball team is now 23-6 overall, 14-2 in conference play. Can pretty much, maybe for sure, lock up the 1 seed in the Mountain West tournament with a win tonight, as we're recording this on Tuesday, March 1st. Mm-hmm. Tonight we play Nevada at home. Can lock up the 1 seed in the Mountain West tournament with that, which would be huge.
Yep.
Big win at UNLV on Saturday, 86-76. Marcus Shaver and Abu Kijab combined for a very efficient 50 points. They were both awesome. Did you watch that game at all?
Yes, I did.
And we won?
Well, I watched like the beginning, like when they got like tied at halftime.
Okay.
And then I was like, no, I'm not watching it. And then they won by 10.
It was a different type of game. Like, it's not...
Well, at the beginning, it was very close.
It was pretty close throughout. It's just...
Yeah. But by the end,
the high scoring back and forth is not how we play. So to win a game like that is it's a good sign that you can keep up with a high paced offensive team.
I saw this one graphic on TikTok and it had measured all of the runs on how teams win, or like just the top 20, I think it was, or top 80 teams on how they win. And it was if they win by giving or getting a ton of runs and not letting a ton of runs up. And I think that was Arizona, Houston, and somewhere else where they go on a ton of runs but don't give up any leads.
Yeah.
Then there was teams that give up a ton of leads but still are able to consistently win or something. And then the third little circle was teams that don't give up a ton of runs but don't also go on runs, and they just back and forth. And Boise State was dead middle in that circle.
I feel like we go on a decent amount, though.
But, like, I feel like it's a ton of back and forth throughout most of our games.
Yeah.
I mean, so I feel like that's kind of accurate. I don't know if we'd be dead in the middle of that circle, but, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't keep stats on, like, all that stuff, but it's pretty interesting.
Well, yeah, as mentioned before, the last home game of the season is tonight versus Nevada, who is 12-15.
Yep.
There's a very good chance, actually, that we would play them again in the second round of the Mountain West tournament.
Nevada?
Yeah. So
they're gonna make it.
Well, everyone makes the tournament.
Oh, I thought you meant the NCAA.
No.
I was like, wait.
Assuming we lock up the 1 seed with a win tonight, Nevada would be the 8. I want to say, and the 8 and 9 would play in the first round of the Mountain West tournament, which as of right now I believe is Nevada and New Mexico, and Nevada would probably win that. The winner of the 8-9 plays the 1 seed in the next round because the 1 seed gets a bye. So there's a good chance that if we win tonight, we'll play them again in a couple weeks here.
I just remember, I think the very first video episode we did. No, I don't think it was that far away. No, it must not have been. I just remember on the show we were talking about how concerned we were about Boise State because they were dead last in the Mountain West.
Yeah, we were playing awful.
They were horrible. They were 3-4, and then all of a sudden now we're sitting.
Plus the CSU Bakersfield.
We're sitting like a couple months from now, number 1 seed, ready to take on the Mountain West, take on the Mountain West championship, and also compete in the NCAA tournament.
So the latest bracketology got posted this morning, and we are projected as an 8 seed right now.
Man.
I mean, it's not ideal because if you win, you play a 1 seed the next round.
Yep.
You get up to a 7 would be cool, or drop down to a 10 would be cool.
Well, that's kind of, but it's a good spot for the first round because you play the 8 and 9 seed, so it's kind of an even matchup at the beginning. Yeah. But the next rounds it gets way harder. But it'll be interesting to see. You also said that we were 26th or whatever on the AP polls or something like that?
Yeah, the AP poll came out today as well and did not crack the top 25, but were the highest vote getter of those not in the top 25 in the AP poll, and second highest in the coaches poll behind Colorado State. So There's a chance. I mean, if we win the last two and Alabama or Iowa or someone slips up a little bit, then there's a chance we could sneak in at the end of the year, which would be cool.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting. It's so crazy because too, we haven't had any in like built in Idaho or built in Boise State players that have been good on our team, and it's like we're kind of a rinky-dink team, kind of, where we're all basically transfers and stuff, and yet we're still able to get it done. Like that's ridiculous.
It's pretty awesome.
Like it's pretty crazy. I'm extremely like, I think you can tell from over my time of like going with Boise State. I've been very honest. Like I haven't been very pro Boise State all the time. Like if they suck, I've been like on them very harshly.
Mm-hmm.
But like, so I feel like it gives more value when I'm like, they're actually really good, and I think that we have a great chance.
Can't just be blind homers.
But. Yeah, I can't just be like Boise State. Even when we were 3-4, we still got hope or whatever. But I mean, we did. But it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all on basketball. Big game tonight. We'll see what happens.
Yep. On to softball as well.
Softball, the team's 13-2.
Yeah, that's crazy. It kind of sucks though, because our one loss, the latest loss we got, was from Idaho State, which it's like an Idaho rivalry. But I mean, it was a very close game. It was back and forth. I think it was 4-5 the final score, something like that. But yeah, we've been pretty good. Like it's been 4-1 combined, 35-8 score.
Yeah, so 4-1 week last week. After the Idaho State game was the first one, and then rattled off 4 straight wins. Saturday, there was 2 games, and we won by a combined score of 35-8 across those 2 games. I want to say it was 20-1 and 15-7 or something like that. I think I got those backwards.
Man, dude.
But yeah, it was just domination.
Well, it's funny because I didn't know that was the first game, but that was also the first loss that they had was the very first game of their tournament. So maybe they just, they have like a thing where they start slow and then all of a sudden they blow out all the other teams. So I don't know. Maybe if we played them again, we would dominate them, but who knows?
Yeah. So 5 more games this weekend. They're all in Tucson, Arizona, and I think the way they're looking, we might be talking about an 18-2 team next week. We'll see.
Hopefully. I mean, imagine 18-2 going playing here. That's going to be pretty crazy.
We're only a couple weeks out from now.
Yeah, I'm excited to report it on here. I'm hyped. I want to go to every single game. Probably won't, but I still wish there was basketball.
Enjoy the wins while they lasted.
Yeah, until I go there. And I have a friend on the soccer team in one of my classes in one of my groups, and she's a freshman. I don't want to name drop them because I don't know if they'll be bad, but you know who you are if you're watching. But they were like cracking jokes at me and how I'm like a bad luck and everything, and I'm like, you better watch your mouth or else I'm gonna go to every single soccer game next year and make them lose. Threat. But I'm like, it's funny because everyone knows that now at this point. They're like, you better not go. I got threatened because they were asking me if I was gonna go, and then they were like, don't. It's so funny though. But yeah, if you're an athlete watching, better be on my good side, or else I'll show up to every single game and make you lose. Man. On to MLB.
You missed one.
Oh, we did?
You got a little bit of college basketball.
Oh yeah,
not much. Yeah, but kind of crazy weekend. The top 6 seeds in the country all lost on Saturday, including another top 10 team. So 7 top 10 losses. That's the first time ever the top 6 seeds have all lost in one day. Like, it was insane. And so that was ridiculous. The seeding didn't change a whole lot. I believe that Gonzaga and Arizona remain the 1 and 2. But I mean, I guess when all of the top teams lose, it doesn't matter
that
much.
Really change much.
It was still cool. I mean, it just shows how beatable people are come March or late February time. So yeah. Some conference tournaments are starting this week. Some other ones start next week. Selection Sunday is March 13th, so all the conference tournaments will be done by that day. And then the first 4, which is like the play-in round, will be March 15th. So we are 2 weeks out from the first games of March Madness.
Hyped. This is gonna be my very first March Madness actually following like
That's
strictly.
crazy to me.
Yeah. I
It's
did by
like
the end
it's
of
like
last
the
time.
best thing in sports.
I don't know. I just never, So I saw one of your tweets on Twitter about how you're like, I tried to get into basketball or baseball, but you just couldn't.
Oh yeah.
That's me with basketball, 100%.
Yeah, but I said that about baseball because it's slow paced and an old head culture.
Yeah, like
That's not basketball.
But no, but like that's like my kind of thought is like, I've tried to get into it, but I just can't. I don't know. And
Well, at least basketball is actually going to happen this year.
yeah, I mean that's our news with.
And with
MLB.
that being said,
the greatest transition. Oh yeah, we've got a card. Before we do that, basketball again. No, I'm not taking that one.
Ruin my transition.
I'm taking the middle.
Ice hockey.
Baseball. Yeah.
That's cheating.
I took it to the middle.
That is.
It's not cheating. It's not cheating. I just didn't want to. Whatever.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. In which 1920s team nicknamed Murderers Row featured 6 future Hall of Fame players? This is an easy one once you know the options. I'm just telling you right now. The 1920 Black White Sox, the 1922 Boston Red Sox, the 1927 New York Yankees, or the 1929 Philadelphia Phillies?
Can you read the question again?
Which 1920s team nicknamed Murderers Row featured 6 future Hall of Fame players?
Is it the Yankees?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I was like, once you know the options.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, I didn't know they were called Murderers Row. I didn't know anything about that. But, the Yankees have been, like, notoriously, like, the most winning team. So I was assuming that would have been my option, too. Because, like, the other ones haven't been as great, but, yeah.
Okay. You've got this card before, and there was only, like, one good question on it, and I asked it last time.
Oh, no. Am I going to learn?
All right. Well, let's see here. Which material was originally used for making pucks in the earliest days of ice hockey?
I was not asked that question.
No, this is a different one.
Oh, I was like, what?
Crushed cans.
Back in the day?
Yeah. Crushed cans, ivory, rubber, or frozen cow poop.
Since it said back in the day, I'm assuming it's not rubber, because that's what they make it now.
I think.
Be pretty sure. Can you read them again?
Yeah, it was crushed cans, frozen cow poop, rubber, and ivory.
I'm gonna say crushed cans.
It's frozen cow poop.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean,
once we get
gotta
rid
do
of
what you gotta do.
Once we get the losing options, I like how I get all of them wrong. Once we have,
this is ridiculous.
Remember when I got straight, like, we got all of them wrong? I got all of them right that one time, and I got questions like, how many stitches are on a baseball? Like,
That was stupid.
How did I get that one right?
That was stupid.
I'm up at night sometimes.
That was the episode that you made
the.
the meme of me.
Which one was that? Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah.
And then I asked him, what color is that one? And then I asked you, we went back and forth with hard questions, and we got them all right.
I think so, yeah.
I asked you what was Riley from Inside Out's, like, favorite team or whatever, or something like that. And you got it right, too. I don't even. There was some crazy. If you want to go, look at that one. I'll link it right here.
Okay.
But, man, okay, on the MLB.
Yeah, you take the lead on this one.
Yeah, so they're still in lockdown. This is, okay, there's been so many talks, like, the MLB, in my opinion, so I love the MLB. They're my second favorite sport is baseball. But their contracts and their everything is so weird and outdated that this is why the MLB is having such a long lockout, because I'm assuming the players are looking at the NFL and the NBA and they're like, why do we have no freedom whatsoever for the players? Because if you think about it, the NBA players can go to a team. Teams have no say if they get to keep players. Mainly, players go and come and go all the time. It's very loose. Like, would you not agree with that? Like,
well, it's looser, yeah.
Yeah. It's like so.
You don't have to trade someone.
They're like they're the loosest with having players retained. I feel like players go all the time, come and go. Like star players, like James Harden, like he's a star player. He got traded like the last 2 times. Like no one. You don't see stars getting traded as often in the NFL, and that's like the second team. Like NFL is pretty tight, but they're not like loose like the NFL or the NBA, but they're definitely looser than the MLB.
The NFL's loose in different ways, though. Like like people hold out for new contracts.
Well, they're starting to do that now. But like before, there was like no, you just had to stick with it. But like the MLB is like got that to a whole nother level. Like within 6 years, you don't even have any say over your contract. Essentially, you have to stay with that team. Have you heard of arbitration?
Mm-mm.
So in the MLB, what happens is once you get drafted and you make it all the way up to your to the MLB, to the show, what happens is you have to stick with your team and you take whatever contract they give you within your first 2 or 3 years. But then after your third year or something, you go into something where you go into contract negotiations with the team, but if you don't feel like your sum is fair, you could go for arbitration where the MLB makes your contract based on what they think is fair. So basically you have little to no say over your contract for your first 6 years in the MLB, and then after that you could actually become a free agent. But there's like it's very like that you hold tight onto you, like on the players.
Okay.
But it's very weird. But that's what it seems like one of the main discussions is arbitration, because like I said, players from over 3 years and under 6 are stuck in arbitration, where they are allowed to like ask for money, and the MLB or the team can either agree with that or say no. And if they say no, then it goes to the MLB, the league itself, to like choose if they have what's a fair amount. But so it seems like they're trying to lessen the time for arbitration, where you can have more of a say earlier on, like 2 years instead of 3.
Yeah.
And as well, it seems like they're trying to get more money in the pool for pre-arbitration pool. So like how much money you're able to get, like I'm assuming. And the players wanted $100 million for 150 players to enter arbitration. And the MLB wanted $20 million for 30. So you see how very different sides of the spectrum they are. As well, for lottery picks, the players wanted 8 and the MLB wanted 4. So I don't know why the players wanted more lottery picks. I don't know what they get out of that, but it seems pretty interesting. It seems like they're very on two completely opposite sides, and it seems like they haven't really gotten much work done. Have you heard about, like, I feel like I keep on hearing they're getting closer, but they haven't really done anything.
Well, that's what something that came out today said, that the MLBPA rejected the final CBA offer from the owners.
Oh, great.
It's unclear when the sides will negotiate again.
Yeah, like, they're completely two different sides, and they said too, I've heard this, that the first month of baseball, I think it's isn't it April or something? I think that's when they start, is April. April, they get very low views and very low like monetary like gains from the first month. So MLB owners are perfectly fine. This is what I heard. They're perfectly fine to skip out on the first month of baseball, because April is just a dead, like, they don't get that much money there. So when it gets into May, it might be a little bit iffy for them. But it's very interesting. They already canceled parts of spring training games. I'm assuming now, I didn't look back into it, that they canceled more spring training games.
I'm not sure.
But they said that that they would cancel the first game or whatever by February 28th, which was yesterday, that they would start like possibly missing like openers from March 31st.
Yeah.
I think. So
I mean, I think it's almost certain that games
they're gonna miss games at this point, which is very weird. I think I told you that, where everyone was like, "Oh, they're not gonna miss games," but I was very adamant that I think they're gonna miss games, and sure enough, it looks like they are. So I don't. It looks like they're trending in the wrong direction at this point. So I don't. What do you think about like this whole situation? I know you're not MLB.
I think it's just another reason for me to dislike baseball. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I like baseball, because like it seems like it's so old, like outdated with all this like.
It is.
It's so like this arbitration thing. I'm gonna be honest. It's
baseball
stupid.
has
like,
an old head culture.
It's so stupid.
It's so hard to get into it.
Well, that's the thing too.
Someone flips a bat and everyone lights their torches and goes and like freaks out because he flipped a bat. Like, ugh.
Dude, like, it's
Respect the game. Whatever, man.
well, that's the thing is like
NFL's doing it too now with the stupid taunting.
like before too, like everyone likes more scoring nowadays. Like in the baseball and MLB it's very hard to score. Like I mean, once you get more like when you side the pitchers. But I think that's also one of the older things is that they should lower the mound and minimize the pitching.
Speed it up.
They should make the pitching box smaller. Like I feel like if they make more action pitches,
I know how to fix baseball.
then that would make it.
I know how to fix baseball. Let them juice.
Let them,
It's literally that simple.
yeah, I
Just
mean we
let
were
'em juice.
getting Barry Bonds to
Just let them.
hit dingers every single day.
Just let them do it. What happened
Yeah.
the last time that people were doing it? People actually got interested in baseball. And now what's happening? The game is dying, and there's not even going to be a season. Let them juice.
Man,
Do it.
You're hashtag let 'em juice. I'm
I am.
hashtag I don't even know.
Why
Hashtag bring
would
back
you
Boise
not?
State baseball.
Why would you not? Like, let them. If
Oh,
they
man.
want to, let them do it. It'll make it more entertaining, which means more money for everybody, and you might actually get some young fans.
Man.
Let them juice.
Man, I was not
I say
expecting. I was not expecting you to say this on there.
I say this as someone who hates baseball. Okay, I would watch if you let people take steroids.
I feel like that's like the argument. Like that's.
I would watch.
I feel like that's like a
If you
low.
have people hitting 70 homers a year, sure, I'll tune in.
Well, that's like when you get into MLB The Show, but like on rookie mode, where you hit like a dinger a day, like a home run a day.
Yeah, and MLB The Show's a very fun game.
Yeah, like
but
that's
the
what
MLB sucks.
that's what I do all the time. Like when I play on like like an easier mode, and I like to hit home runs.
Weak.
Like now it like once I got like into it more, I play a little bit more competitive. But before I was like, I just want to hit home runs. I'm hitting
I'm telling you, man.
200 home runs a season.
I'm telling
like,
you, man. Let him choose. I keep laughing, but I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I mean, they're not gonna do it, but like they're not gonna allow.
But why?
Because it's
Give me one
like,
good reason. Give me one good reason.
It's unhealthy.
Why
but
they should.
they're not gonna do it.
Who
Like,
cares if it's unhealthy?
I mean, I'm not for or against juicing, but I just know that they're not gonna do that. That's not gonna be a thing that they're gonna do.
But they should.
Yeah, I mean, whether or not they should, they're not gonna
Let 'em
do it.
Juice.
Like,
Let them bat flip. Let them pimp homers and act. Pitchers are such crybabies. Oh
They are.
my gosh.
they are.
That's.
I
okay.
agree.
I have like a big laundry list of things of why I don't like baseball. That's up there. Is how much of a baby pitchers are.
Man,
Like
it's funny. I
someone
don't
hits a
know.
home
I
run.
just
A pitcher can strike a dude out and just like pull his pants down, throw his glove, and just have the best time of his life. A batter hits a home run. Okay,
that he can't.
he owns you right
And then
now. Okay?
when the-
he hit that ball thrown so fast, he hit that so far that it's out of the field of play, and he can't do anything except lightly jog around the bases. No, let him stare the pitcher down, flip the bat, whatever he wants.
Flip him off.
Okay, no, let's not get crazy here.
You just take his pants down. But
That was an over-exaggeration. Kind of.
That the funny thing is that like pitchers, they could like taunt the batter and they're perfectly fine.
Exactly.
But once the
That's
batter
what I'm
gets
saying.
mad and charges the mound, they're like, "Oh, why did they do that?" It's funny. I don't know
Hit a
why I
home
like
run on
MLB.
someone, you should be able to pimp that for like a minute. Okay? Like,
Man, I don't know why I like the MLB,
I don't know.
but I just do. I don't know. On to our next segment, I guess. I'm trying to pull the photos on here quickly
Yeah.
if you want to like get your
Okay,
comment or whatever.
so we're gonna do the zoomed in photo thing now. It's all. You said it's 8 players from the top 25 Hall of Fame players list.
Yep.
Okay.
And it should be
The
one
two files here are called Answer NT and Answers.
answered. That's
Oh, Answer.
I saw that like the in like knots thing that they had
Okay.
like a while ago.
All right. Do you have it pulled up?
Yeah, I have the photos here.
Okay.
You ready?
Are you looking at number 1?
Yep. What is this?
I have no clue.
This looks like a deep fried photo.
Here's the thing. I didn't see the list.
I didn't see the list either.
So I don't even know what the options are.
Okay. We didn't look at this list. We have a list, and I talked to Carter if we should at least look at the list first. He was like, nah.
What number was? Oh my god.
I think I know maybe who this is. Well, I think I know the team. I think it's the Bears. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, it probably is. I thought it was the Bengals at first.
Oh, it might be the Bengals. Like, because those stripes kind of look like Bengal stripes. I just thought the dark black is more of like a bang. Like I guess they're more dark blue.
I mean, I'll throw a guess out there. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna guess Anthony Munoz.
Oh, he is a good line. He's a lineman, Bengals, right? I think that's a good choice. I don't want to do it after you said that, so I'm gonna go Walter Payton, which was my first one. But I think he's 32, and that looks like a 0. Is it Anthony
Munoz?
Dude, are you freaking kidding me?
Let's go.
That was a good guess. I'll give you that. I was not gonna get that one because I knew that there was a lineman for the Bengals, but I didn't think that at first I was gonna be. What the heck is this?
Right,
the second one. So this looks like an older. This is definitely them after they retired.
Well, duh.
I mean, this is when
Looks
they
like
played.
A raisin.
They prime.
I feel like I should know, but
It's just funny because this looks like my jersey, like my practice jersey from Eagle High.
I really don't know.
This looks like a practice jersey.
It's like he's throwing,
like
but he might just be holding his arm up. He's so old.
This is definitely either Eagles or Packers.
Nah, I don't think that's a Jets green, but maybe.
Oh, it could be Joe Namath, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but that number.
Oh yeah. What is that number? That looks like a.
What was that old Eagles player's name? Was it Chuck Bednarik? Was that his name?
Chuck
Bednarik.
I don't know. I don't
even know if I'm thinking of the right person, but that's
I'm a two-part star. I don't know. that's my guess. What's yours? Did you ask?
It was Chuck Bednarik.
Are you freaking kidding me? Is that Chuck Bednarik?
It is. Look at the answer thing.
Bro. Yeah, they have 2 pictures here too of him. That's so ridiculous.
Let's go.
Those are like practice jerseys. Let's go. This? How are you so good at this?
I just guessed an old Eagles player. That's literally all I did. Okay, number 3.
Ridiculous.
Let's see if I can keep this. Okay, what?
I know this one. I think I know this one.
I
can't zoom in, but
me neither. Oh wait.
It let me zoom in for a second.
Now I have a guess.
It let me see. I have like a little tiny photo.
Okay.
I know who it is. I'm pretty sure.
I think I do too.
You want me to say mine first, or do you want to say it first? Barry Sanders.
Barry, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barry Sanders. Yeah, it's Barry
is.
Sanders. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Answers in. What the heck is that? Is that a 49ers knee?
That looks like it. I don't know how we're supposed to guess the guy off the knee. I mean, there's got to be at least 2 49ers on that top 25 list.
Is it either Jerry Rice or Joe Montana?
I'm thinking. I doubt they put Stevie Young on it.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be on there. Who are you going?
I'm going Jerry Rice.
Okay, I'll go Montana.
Who's it?
Yes!
It's Montana? Are you freaking kidding me? I thought for sure that was Jerry Rice.
It's a knee. I was just gonna go opposite whatever you said.
Well, it was. This is stupid because I was like, "There's no way they got an action photo of Jerry." Or I thought that was like a photo of Jerry Rice reaching out for a catch or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought that action picture was. But
okay.
Oh, I know this one.
It's a Packer.
I know it. I know this one.
I have a guess.
I know it.
I might be wrong. I might sound stupid.
I know 100%. You say it.
Reggie White.
Yeah, it's Reggie White. I know for a fact it's Reggie White.
Let's go. 5 for 5.
I was like, I know this one. Okay. Answers in. Who the heck is this?
What in the world?
Looks like a Joe Namath stash.
What?
Who has a stash like that?
I don't even have a guess.
I'm gonna go Joe Namath.
You don't know this. Don't lie.
No, is this the photo?
No.
Is this the fake one?
There's a fake one?
Remember that there was there's an off one or whatever?
Oh, there is?
This might be it.
Okay, I guess I'll guess that because it's got to be the fake one. Right?
What do you think? Are you just gonna guess one? Do you know what it is? I haven't checked it yet. Is it Joe Namath? No. It's Gardner Minshew.
Oh my gosh, man.
I would never guess that.
Uncle Rico, right?
Yeah. It's Gardner Minshew. What do you mean?
My bad. Yeah.
Man. Dude.
Well,
I was not
I knew it was the
expecting
fake
Uncle
one.
Rico. I thought it was. I saw that and I was like, that looks like a Joe Namath thing.
What is this picture?
What is? Oh
It
no.
looks like purple.
That's not purple. That's like blue.
That looks purple to me.
I think that's an old Rams when they had blue and
I
white.
feel like it's the Vikings.
There's no way that's Vikings. Look at this. That is not. That's blue.
It kind of looks purplish. Man,
That's blue.
It's probably blue.
That's 100% blue. That's like a dark blue. But blue and white.
Okay.
I think this has to
have
be
my
Rams.
Guess. I have my guess.
I don't know any Rams Hall of Famer players though.
I have it.
Torrey Holt? Who do you have?
That's who you're guessing?
Yeah. I don't think he's on top 25.
I think it's Lawrence Taylor.
I don't think it's. I don't think the. Who is it?
Mean Joe Green. Wait, no. Deacon Jones.
Deacon Jones.
I always get them mixed up.
Well, I was right. I knew it was because I was thinking. I was like,
those two. I always get mixed up for some reason. You were right about the Rams.
Yeah, I knew it was a Rams, like an old.
Mean
I just
Joe
don't
Green.
remember any, like Rams players.
Yes.
Like, I get him. I forget like all the linemen and defensive linemen for some reason. Like they kind of get mixed together.
Those two I just get mixed up
Yeah.
for no reason.
Oh, this one's easy for me. This one's easy.
Can't see the number.
Oh, but that number kind of looks.
That doesn't look like an 18.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I was like, it looks like a 19.
It doesn't look like an 18. But who would it be if it's not? Oh, I know.
Oh, was it like?
I know.
Was it their tight end like Clark or something like?
I think I know.
I don't remember his name. Because it's not Reggie Wayne. It's the line. Isn't the tight end right? Is he tight end that you're thinking?
of Dallas Clark?
Dallas Clark.
Is that your guess?
I think so. I mean, I
I
don't know
don't
any
think he'd
other.
ever be on a top 25. I think it's Unitas. I think that's a 19.
Did he play on the Colts?
Yeah,
He did. Oh,
it is Unitas.
it is.
There we go.
Dang. Why are you so good at this? I'm
Well,
so
it's a
bad at
19
this.
on the
Yeah.
Colts. That's the only 19 on the Colts I know.
I didn't know. I didn't even know he played for the Colts. I'm gonna be honest. Are you looking at this new one?
Interesting. Red 3.
I think I have a guess, but I'm most likely
that
wrong.
doesn't look like Niners red. That looks like Chiefs red.
I was thinking it was.
Or Patriots.
I was thinking Cardinals red,
Mm.
and it was Kurt Warner, maybe 13.
That's probably what it is. I want to come up with another
It's going to be
guess.
like a Chiefs or something. I think that's probably Chiefs, like a Chiefs player or something.
I think I might have to tell you on Warner. Wait, no. No. That's too light. Cardinals red is darker than that, isn't it?
I think it's too light on.
There's a 3.
It looks like that might be a 73, and it might be a
That's what I'm
lineman
thinking, and I don't.
on the Chiefs. That's 73. I think it's Chiefs.
Not
I think
great
it's,
at old linemen, believe it or not.
Yeah, you got Anthony Munoz, which
Yeah, but like everybody knows him.
well, I kind of forgot him, so I'm gonna just. I give up.
I don't even know. I honestly don't know. I don't know linemen like that.
And it's
I
that Brandon Buellsworth.
Do you know who that is?
I think it's Brandon Burlsworth.
I don't know who that is.
I'm not
even gonna lie to you. I don't.
But the thing is that doesn't make sense. Is that he was like a great high college player, but he ended up dying before he got drafted. I don't think that's him. Who's 73 on the Chiefs? I think that's Chiefs.
It doesn't even look like an NFL jersey.
I know.
Is it?
It looks like it. I'm assuming that's a person because I was only told there was one fake one.
I guess we just are dumb.
Just look up 73 on the Chiefs, or
Look, does not look like a Chiefs jersey.
What is that? I thought that looks like an old OG Chiefs jersey or something like that. Maybe rank Cardinals. Look up top 25. Top 25.
All right.
Bleacher Report and then see if there's a 73 or like a lineman.
Okay, let's
On
pull
either
a
the
card while I pull
Cardinals.
that up.
Yeah.
You got basketball.
Okay.
You go ahead.
Let me look at my questions
What
here.
sport?
You got basketball as well. Okay. You got this card before. Which one of these is not a nickname for Michael Jordan? Is Airness, Black Jesus, Captain Marvel, or Chocolate Thunder?
What? Chocolate Thunder.
Yeah.
Okay. That's someone else's nickname. That's Daryl Dawkins' nickname.
Yo.
I have never heard anyone call Michael Jordan Black Jesus.
I've heard some people say it because I remember one of my girlfriends that I had these socks that they were so adamant about, and it was Michael Jordan, but like it was like him in like a Jesus
There's
robe.
no Chiefs lineman on this list.
Is it like a Cardinals lineman?
There's no red lineman on.
Look up Brandon.
Bro, they had Deacon
Burlesworth.
Jones at number 1.
Seriously?
Yeah. And Don Hudson at 3.
That's
Don
weird.
Hudson at 3.
Look up Brandon Burlesworth.
I did. That's not him. He wore 77.
77.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. I'll have to ask whoever made this, but if you know who this is, we'll look very awkward. Watch someone watching
I don't think
this.
it's an NFL player.
You don't think it's enough?
Okay.
Because
All right, you have your.
I already asked yours.
I don't.
You're asking for looking for a question.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Which player did the Portland Trailblazers pass up when they had the first overall pick in the 2007 draft?
Braun.
They ended up taking Greg Oden.
Wait, that's way.
2007.
Okay. Yeah.
Braun was 2003. Was it Steph Curry, Chris Bosh, Kevin Durant, or Dwayne Wade?
Curry.
It's Kevin Durant.
Dang it, dude! I've been 0 for 3. I think you've been 3 and 3, and even on this, you were like 9 and 3 or something like that, or 9 and 10, or 8 and 9.
Have I missed one here yet?
On the cards?
Yeah.
You missed no cards today.
Let's go.
I don't think.
Okay.
And then on this, I think you went 7 of 9.
Yeah.
I went probably 2 of 9.
I say 7.5. I
7.5.
knew which one was the fake one. I just didn't know.
Yeah, and I still have no clue to this day who that was. That I'll have to ask him and tell you later on. But
all right,
that was interesting.
We got a little bit of NBA to talk about.
Yep.
So, you put this in here. Just putting that out there. This
is what I've seen all on Twitter and all on
everyone
Instagram.
hates the Lakers and that Le GM is failing.
I
don't know if I'd
I'd
put it like that.
I put yeah.
But the Russell Westbrook experiment is not working out very well, and the Lakers are struggling heavily.
Yep.
That is true. Over in the East, the Heat are rolling. They're the 1 seed in the East, and I bring them up because no one's really talking about them. Like they're the 1 seed. Their team is really good, and no one's really bringing them up. I don't know why.
I really like the Heat when they went against Milwaukee. No, it wasn't Milwaukee. It was against the. Who did they play? Was it the Raptors?
When?
When they made it to the championships.
Like in the championship?
Yeah.
Did they play? They played the Lakers.
They played the Lakers. Oh yeah. I
bubble.
liked them in that game, but it was just they were too over. They
just weren't good enough, and
but,
they were also injured.
Yeah, and then Jimmy Butler was trying to carry so hard, but I think they kind of got their stuff together, and I really like them.
They're playing really well.
I like the Heat. I like the Suns as well, and I really like the Grizzlies, which we'll get into a little bit later. But I wanted to talk about the Lakers. I saw this all over. Did you see that clip where I think it was a turnover or something where LeBron passed it and went out of bounds, and all the fans were booing at the stadium, in the stadium?
I didn't, but I believe it.
They're like
Laker fans are
heavy
restless
booing.
right now.
They're being irritated.
At the beginning of the year, everyone figured that the Lakers would figure it out and turn it around, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
But they're still the 9th seed too. They're only a couple games away from the Clippers, I think, who are the 8th seed. But it's
either way.
It's kind of crazy.
This isn't what they expected.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
They said LeBron might get traded. They might leave.
I don't think he's going to.
Yeah, I mean, they said Miami. He might go back to Miami, but
I'm pretty sure the way he signed this deal,
he's probably going to stay there for the rest of his career. I think.
I could be wrong, but I think that his deal is up the year that his son is eligible for the draft. So
he might just sign for 1 year or something.
So he basically came out and said, like, I'm going to go
he said he wants to play
Bronny
with his,
goes.
Yeah.
So
maybe
So you draft
he'll just,
Bronny, you get a year of LeBron. So that's going to make him probably
interesting.
drafted too early. But
yeah.
Either way. John Morant and DeMar DeRozan are two guys.
Did you see that one game where, the ridiculous night where he dropped 50?
Yeah, it was last night.
That was crazy.
Yeah, so the Grizzlies are the 3 seed in the West, tied for second. Just tiebreakers have them at 3.
Yep.
The Bulls are the 2 seed in the East. John Morant is averaging 28, 6, and 7 right now. And he dropped maybe the most outrageous 50-point game I've ever seen in my life last night. In the last 2 minutes, he hit like 2 threes, had this crazy layup, had an all-time posterizer. You saw that dunk, right?
Yeah, he had a half-court 3.
That was his first basket of the game.
Then he had like a dunk where if I'm correct, it was from like the 3-point line. That's where he started, and he
took a dribble from the 3-point line, gathered. Like, it was far.
The dude
wasn't
dunk.
The dude was not under the
basket.
That
was ridiculous.
He jumped from way out.
It was.
And then with 0.4 seconds left in the half, Steven Adams takes the ball out, throws it all the way down court like a quarterback. Ja catches it, twists his body, throws it up as he's falling out of bounds, and makes it with 0.4 seconds.
That was crazy.
Ridiculous. He's the most entertaining player in the league, and
by far,
he's the most.
You already knew that he was going to be good by his first year, and that's why I think Anthony Edwards is going to be like. I think Anthony Edwards is going to be a second
special,
just like John Morant, because he was trying all these dunks and he was so close, his first year, and so is Anthony Edwards, and it took him. John Morant last year kind of had a little slump. He was still really good, but it wasn't as they didn't talk about him as much. And then this year he's
averaging over 40 a game. He's averaging over 40 a game in the last week and a half.
He's ridiculous.
He's put himself, at least he has an MVP argument. His stats are great.
I think so too. It's either him or Embiid, I think.
He has some iconic moments, and his team is having success. So. But another guy that maybe deserves some MVP consideration, DeMar DeRozan. He's averaging 28, 5, and 5. He had a historic stretch of basketball.
Yep.
8 games in a row. 8 in a row of 35 or more points, shooting 50% or more.
Well, they thought he was so washed too, and then they're like, oh, he's just going to go to Bulls. He's not going to be as good. He's been silencing those haters.
8 games in a row of 35 points
plus. That's
on
ridiculous.
50% or better shooting.
That's also pretty crazy.
Unbelievable. Never been done.
Well, that's just
I'm pretty sure Wilt did it 7 times in a row.
But that's also
I think he was the first to hit it 8.
That's crazy.
Unreal. And the Bulls are the 2 seed right now, even while dealing with a lot of injuries. Yeah, so I think he belongs in the MVP conversation. I don't think he'll win it, but he deserves some buzz for it.
It's so crazy. And no one went into the season thinking the Bulls were going to be good. Grizzlies, they thought probably were going to be
the Bulls were going to be
a
borderline playoff team. I did not think they'd be.
I thought the Grizzlies, the Bulls, I thought the Timberwolves also. That's also a team I really like, Timberwolves too. I thought those 3 were going to be borderline teams. They've all been really good this year, and I've been pretty impressed with how they've been playing.
Well,
not gonna lie.
Timberwolves are not in the same category as the Bulls and.
Well, yeah, but they've been pretty good so far, relatively from what I thought.
Timberwolves are 7th in the West, which is better than what people thought. But yeah, but the Bulls and Grizzlies,
they've been on a complete other level.
They have a chance to contend.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm.
How much time? What time do we have?
We still have quite a bit of time. We have time for NFL news. Anyways, on to NFL news. Oh, card.
You got football. Are you kidding?
Yeah. What did you get? Logos and mascots. All right. You want to go first?
Yeah. 5 of these are criminally easy, so here's number 6. Which player came off the bench to replace Joe Theismann after his career-ending injury in 1985? Stan Humphries, Mark Rippon, Doug Williams, or Jay Schrader?
I don't even know. No clue. Can you read them again?
Stan Humphries, Mark Rippon, Doug Williams, or Jay Schrader? Schrader or Schroeder? Or Schroeder?
Jay Schroeder. Is it him?
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
No,
but it is.
You put more emphasis on that. I'm like,
I didn't know if I was saying it right.
Okay. No, that's too easy.
What sport?
It's just logos and mascots. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, NHL here. We got our promotion.
I'm not gonna get this right.
You're okay. Which NHL team has never had a mascot? Detroit Red Wings, Buffalo Sabres, or New York Rangers? Do you know?
How in the world?
Maybe. Okay, you get your answer and then you say yours too. Yeah.
It's
Detroit,
it's
Red
only three
Wings,
options.
Buffalo Sabres, or
Why
New
did you
York
give
Rangers?
me a hard one?
Because I'm mean.
Rangers.
What do you think?
I was thinking Detroit.
Detroit. It's the Rangers.
Okay.
Man, I don't even know.
Let's go.
I would have not gotten that one either, so I don't blame you.
Let's go.
What went into your thought process there?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Literally
You
nothing.
just picked any.
Literally. Well, it's like, what would you use as a mascot for a Ranger? But then you could make
Like,
that
just a
argument for the
random
Red
dude.
Wings too. What would you?
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
What was the third option? It was Detroit, New York.
Buffalo Sabres, New York Rangers.
Yeah, you can like dress
Detroit
up in a
Red
buffalo
Wings.
or a saber buffalo.
Red Wing.
Saber.
You just like dress up as a
Yeah.
chicken wing.
You can figure that
It's
out.
just like a drumstick.
Red
That's
Wings and Rangers. I don't even know what you do.
You
so
get you just get like a Buffalo Wild Wings like
Yeah.
spicy
Yeah.
like chicken bone or like
That make more
drumstick.
sense than whatever. Rangers do, but-
Imagine just seeing that like a spicy drumstick just walking on the ice. That'd be so funny.
Detroit might have to take your advice.
Maybe
Try to do something.
that would be
I
funny.
think.
That would be very funny. On NFL news, we have the NFL Combine starting on Thursday. Very interesting. Day 1, tight end, running or quarterback and receiver. Day 2, O-line, running back. Day 3, D-line, linebacker, and day 4, punters, kickers, and defensive backs. Is there any like players you're explicitly or specifically excited to see?
I mean, I don't know. The combine's not that great, honestly.
Yeah, I don't normally watch it. I normally watch highlights and hear some headlines. Like DK Metcalf, he made a huge splash. I think it was 2 years ago.
I think the most interesting part of the combine is the negotiations that happen and the trades that are made.
Yeah.
Like when all the representatives are there in one place.
Hmm.
I
I think it's interesting.
guess I'm excited to see actually the edge defenders compete in like the 3-cone drill.
Oh,
test, like,
yeah.
their short-range quickness.
That's a pretty big thing
Guys
too.
like Aiden Hutchinson, David Ajabo, Jermaine Johnson. I want to see what those guys are like. I think they're all participating.
That's giving me like
But
what was it? With
I would like to see.
Khalil Mack and
I'd like to see what they all do in that or Kayvon Thibodeau. I don't know if he's going to do it or not, but all the top edge guys who are doing it, I'd like to see the 3-cone drill. Other than that, I guess I'll just.
I really
I'm
like the
excited to see
40s.
who the highest 40 times.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I really interesting, no bias, Khalil Shakir. He's in the combine.
He's participating.
Yeah, I think he's participating.
Okay.
I mean, he didn't participate in the Reese's Senior
What do you
Bowl,
think
but
his
like
40 will be?
I don't know, he's very fast.
Do you think he'll be sub 4, 5, 4?
I think he'll be 4.4, 4.5 maybe.
Yeah.
He's very fast once you get once you get it rolling, but I'm very excited to see because
He seems more like quick and shifty than straight line fast. Not
well,
that
that's the thing.
Not
'cause,
that
like,
he's not, but
that's the thing that I hate about 40s is that I always would get slow 40 times.
well, game speed is different than.
That's the
I
thing
think
is
like Jerry Rice had like a 4.78 40 or
yeah,
something.
like
And the dude never
and-
got caught.
yeah, like
He never got caught.
the thing is that, and I remember this to this day. So when I played, there was someone that ran a at the time it was like a 5 flat because that was good for like freshman year.
Yeah.
You know, and I ran a 5.6, which is pretty bad. Like, and I was stride for stride with this, like, because I was trying to catch this dude.
Mhm.
I was stride for stride with him, trying to like catch him to the end zone, and I'm like, that didn't accurately represent my 40 time. But that's the thing is like 40 times don't really do much. It's just if you're good at track, and that's the thing is you don't go in a track position when you're or a 3-point stance when you're running like routes. It's more like getting your like player like the defender off you and then sprinting, like getting full burst of sprint.
I saw a tweet today that was put out by someone, and it was like the drills that matter for the positions. So it talked about like 3-cone drill for edge defenders and stuff like that, and it was kind of interesting to see that
change of direction is very important.
Yeah, I saw a tweet today that was talking about like what drills matter for what positions, and I'll try to go on the Twitter account and find it and retweet it again because I saw it on my personal. But it was just interesting to see because not all the drills matter for all the positions.
Yeah,
not even close.
Like bench, like you don't.
Right.
That doesn't really do much. Like even with linemen and stuff, I don't think it does that much.
Have the record for quarterbacks.
For quarterback, yeah,
it just doesn't matter.
I mean,
but
it didn't really
fun.
matter. It did like make him a better quarterback, but it's kind of funny to see that. I don't think any quarterbacks are participating in the bench anymore. I think that was like an older time because I feel like before they were more like you kind of have to do a ton, but like now it seems like it's more the trend that they aren't going to go to the combine, especially the.
I know a couple of the top quarterback prospects aren't going to throw. Like
Well,
Corral's
what
not
he
going to throw. I hope Corral runs. Corral is a guy whose 40 time I really want to see.
Yeah, like they kind of do the ones that are more vital, which is more the trend is just not do it.
Though, so he probably won't. Yeah.
But like the thing is that the combine is more not for the star players, but more for the players that are on the fence that are trying to establish themselves more.
That's what I feel like.
Where it's like they don't like Matt Corral. He doesn't need it. He's already going to get picked at least probably first or second round. Like
he'll be a first rounder, yeah.
Like he'll go regardless. Like these people, it's more of pushing you from a third round to possibly a second or a first, depending on how well you do. Or even a second round player could do worse and go to second to third or fourth. Like it's more of those second to third or fourth round rather than the first, or maybe moving up one spot in the draft, like first round. But like it's not really important for the first round players because most first round players are kind of blocked. It's more just going back and forth, I would say.
It still can boost for them though. Like
I mean
John
it could
Ross
boost
set the 40 record and got drafted top 10.
But it also sometimes doesn't do much because DK probably had one of the best
but the
combine,
thing is,
but he went
40,
third, like,
or the combine didn't really show off
some of his like skills.
It didn't silence any of the douters because of what they were doubting him for.
Well, they were like, he's big, he might not be able to run.
Well, he's big and fast. Well, everyone knew he could run well. It's just it was about the route running and the smoothness and just the crispy routes and stuff like that. Like everyone knows he's going to beat a DB on a go route, but do we know that he can cook someone with like an cutting route? I
thought he was probably going to.
That's why he fell,
and he went third, I was shocked.
He was second round.
No, I think he was third. I'm pretty sure he was third.
99% confident he was second round.
I don't know. I think he was late second or early third or something like that.
Round 2, 64th overall.
He was?
Yeah.
Isn't that a late pick though? Like very late second. Okay.
But I knew it was second.
I thought it was third for early third. I thought, but
that was such a
late second.
That was such a good receiver class, and the funniest part about it is the top 2 drafted were Marquise Brown and N'Keal Harry. But Debo was there, AJ Brown, DK.
I like AJ Brown. DK's all right.
I think Deontay was in that class.
Deontay Johnson, yeah. But Deontay Johnson hasn't really proved himself that much, I would say.
Whoa, what? Nah, I can't agree with that. Deontay is great.
I don't think the Steelers have really used him that much.
Deontay is so good. His route running is amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I'm not a fan of Deontay Johnson, if I'm going to be honest.
Why?
I haven't watched much about him.
What did Deontay Johnson do to you?
I haven't watched much about him. When I have
watched him, you'd know that he's a stud.
Well, when I've watched him, I don't remember what game it was. I watched him drop a couple passes like vital.
You tell me 107. You tell me 107 for 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns is bad.
I think it was the Steelers Chiefs game. He had 3 slant routes that he dropped consecutively.
Yeah, he struggles with drops.
And it was like that's the thing
But he's great.
Like when if he can catch it, then he's great. But that's the thing is like receivers
need to catch it 107 times this year.
But in a vital game where it's a third down, has to catch that slant, easy breadbasket slant, drops it. Like
he's so good.
That's pretty. I don't know. That's concerning to me. From a person that loves to throw slants or loves slant routes. Not covering them, but like running them.
Okay, but you said he hasn't proved himself.
I don't know. That's just from what I've watched.
For 1161 and 8 touchdowns.
From what I've watched,
with Big Ben's
I just
corpse
said,
at quarterback.
I haven't watched him much, but when I have watched him, I've seen a ton
Well,
of drop issues. So I
I
haven't.
would recommend watching him because he is a stud.
I don't know.
He's only going to
See
keep
more
getting
drops.
better.
But
He's gotten better every single year.
yeah,
In every category. His
I don't
catches,
know.
yards, and touchdowns have gone up every single year.
I don't know. I mean,
Respect
I know
Deontay
the
Johnson,
Steelers
please.
do have a good track record of getting good receivers, but like I don't know. We also have indications that Rodgers and Wilson are staying put. Aaron Rodgers asking for $50 million. I'm saying get rid of him. Packers, if you're listening, I am a Packers fan. I feel like I'm speaking for. No,
Yeah.
I feel like
Don't get me wrong.
I want Aaron
absolutely-
Rodgers gone.
Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love Trey Lance.
I want Aaron
But I want
Rodgers
Aaron
gone.
Rodgers too. Okay? I'm not stupid.
No. Don't give them to the 40. They're not going to give them to the 49ers
I
anyways.
know, but I can dream.
Yeah, Russell Wilson's probably staying put. I thought that too. Rodgers, I think, might move still. I hope he does anyways.
You know what's nice about
Watson
this?
still. I want Watson. Give me Watson.
That's
I'll
not
give
gonna
Aaron
happen.
Rodgers.
That's just
Give
not
me.
going to happen.
Gimme.
You know what's nice about this? Rodgers, Wilson, and Watson all not really having real. There's not real life to the trade rumors right now for them.
Well, that's like the MLB and they're
That
like
bumps
let
up
shit out.
that bumps up the value of good old Jimmy G there. So
No one's gonna want Jimmy G anyway. The thing is that teams are looking for a
Someone's gonna want him.
franchise-changing.
Someone's gonna want him.
Teams are looking. Okay,
Not necessarily. That's the thing. He's not a franchise quarterback.
he's not a
And everybody knows that.
franchise-changing.
But
thing.
you know what he is he's a solid quarterback. That's it.
You were just saying he was not a solid quarter. You said he was worse than Baker. So you're saying Baker's a solid quarterback.
It's debatable.
You're just changing it to try to get more value from
I'm
him.
not. I'm just saying you don't go out and
Jimmy's not a solid quarterback.
it depends what your definition of solid is.
Almost throwing every game-losing interception, every single pass.
That's a lot of quarterbacks.
No, that's Jimmy every day.
He is
That Jimmy's not good.
He's average-ish as
Jimmy's
far as
not
starters go.
Oh,
Average-ish.
I don't know.
That's all I can say.
Okay,
But here's the thing. You're not going after Jimmy Garoppolo looking for a franchise quarterback, and everybody knows that. But this quarterback class is terrible.
I would go for 1 year, but
Exactly. This quarterback class is awful, so why not go get Jimmy, who is, if nothing else, a somewhat capable starter,
But these
to
teams
be a
are.
bridge for a year, and then take a quarterback next year in an amazing quarterback class. He actually makes perfect sense for a team on a 1-year deal this year.
These
A team like the Steelers or the Broncos. It makes perfect sense.
So these teams, they're looking at the Rams, and regardless of if how much blame or how much credit should be given to Matt Stafford for the Super Bowl,
Excellent.
if people are looking at that and seeing they made a huge trade for a huge high caliber quarterback and got a Super Bowl, so they're looking for the next big move for a big quarterback. So they're not going to be looking for a big swing for Jimmy G. They're going to be
I
willing to
literally
give away
just
their
said I
franchise.
know he's not a big swing.
Well, yeah,
everyone
but-
knows that.
but
He's
people-
a bridge.
People are not going
He's
to
a
be
bridge.
wanting lining up to get Jimmy G.
Exactly what we did with Lance.
People
Or
are going
maybe
to
not
line up
exactly,
for.
But you take him and you can keep your head above water as a team, and then next year the quarterback class is so much better than this one. You take a quarterback.
I mean, I
and
would rather
Rodgers-
And
Rodgers is a free agent after next year.
Yeah,
I would even have to trade for him.
I would rather tank for at least
And it makes
a better
perfect
pick
sense.
next year
It
than
makes
go for
perfect
Jimmy,
sense.
which may be tanking.
Well, okay, but think of a team like the Steelers. They're a solid team, and Garoppolo, say what you want about him, he's a lot better than Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, I agree.
So they could. I mean, I don't know
I
if
don't
they're
know.
a playoff team, but he's also better than what Big Ben was last year. So they'd have a chance to get into the playoffs, and then also they can take a quarterback the next year.
I don't know.
It makes perfect sense.
I mean,
for
it
a
makes
team like the
sense,
Steelers.
but I don't know.
Or potentially the Commanders.
Dude, the Commanders, they should just relocate to Salt Lake City. Be the Salt Lake City something.
Why would Salt Lake City get an NFL team?
I want Salt Lake City to have, I don't know. I just don't like the Commanders. I don't like Washington. They're not going to
It
relocate,
makes more
but they
sense for
should.
DC to have an NFL team than or Salt Lake City.
They should get one.
Any city should get an NFL team. It should be like I don't even know. I feel like the NFL has. The
I have a
teams in
list.
it.
I mean,
San Diego. Should be
Oklahoma.
San Diego.
Oklahoma, San Antonio,
It's San Diego.
San Diego.
San Diego, St. Louis. That's pretty much it.
I don't want St. Louis. I mean,
They deserve it.
San Diego,
The Chargers
San
need to move.
Antonio,
The Chargers need to move.
Salt
back
Lake
to San
City.
Diego.
Oklahoma City. I mean, that's what I would like. But yeah. And Kyler Murray also won a new contract. I think that's
Give
basically
it to him. Give it to him.
Give the short man
wants,
money
he
before
wants,
he gets injured.
What does he want? Like $45 million a year? Please, please give him $45
This is coming from a
year.
49ers fan, by the way.
Please do it. Please. And it might as well
He's gonna get injured.
extend Cliff Kingsbury while you're at it. Just keep the core around.
Cliff Kingsbury's just a little.
Cards.
He's just a more glorified Zach Taylor, is what I'm picturing.
Is he more glorified though?
I think he's a more glorified
Zach Taylor made a Super Bowl. Which
Yeah,
Kingsbury done
but he
besides
also
collapse every single year of his career.
Yeah, but everyone loves Cliff Kingsbury more than Zach Taylor.
I don't know why, but I hope it continues.
Man, but that's all we have for today's episode. On behalf of Carter and I, we'd like to say thank you for listening to the Sports and Stuff show. Make sure to listen to our. I'm blanking. Make sure to listen to all of our episodes. I know. You think I'd get it down by this point? We're 20 episodes in and 24 episodes in. So, thanks for listening. Make sure to listen to future episodes on Thursday from 12 to 1 p.m. on the University Pulse and on YouTube. Also listen on Spotify and any podcasting platform after the show's gone live. Also follow us on any social media platform. Sports and Stuff Show on Instagram. Sports and Stuff Show on TikTok. Sports and Stuff on YouTube, and SNS_show on Twitter. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.